Welcome to Be Better Thursdays, a video every Thursday to inspire you to be the highest version of yourself with strong Vida. Be better every day.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This is part of my survival guide holiday series and I hope you like what I have for you today. So what I have for you today is how to not take things personal, and I think it's gonna be so great for Thanksgiving, which is today, by the way. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Why this is so good? Because not only in Thanksgiving or not only in any holidays or any season, but mostly when we are seeing a lot of people at the same time, people we have so much loving and connections with, especially family members, the closer they are, the best they act on the role of masters and teachers. And remember that the ones that you have the hardest dynamic with, the ones that you have the most challenging dynamic with, those are the ones that you want to work with. Those are the ones that you don't want to run away from, because those are the ones that are going to bring the best in you if you do the practice and if you do the work. So I have a couple analogies for you today. I love these analogies and I love examples like this because I feel like I remember them when, not always, but sometimes I do remember them right in the moment where I am taking things personal. So I hope you can relate to this. The first analogy is to imagine that everybody is living life in a way where they are throwing balls. Okay, so imagine a big large space and that everybody is just standing there throwing balls, and some people are catching them. So some people throw, some people catch, some people catch, some people throw, some people throw, some people catch. Now, because we are always projecting something, we are always throwing balls, and everybody is throwing balls. Now the problem is when we look at the ones that are close to us, we think those balls are for us to catch. So when they throw the balls, right, we're like, oh, I catched it. But instead, try to see the scenario where you're at as people throwing the balls, but you're not catching any of them. So if you're sitting at the dinner table, at the lunch table, or if you're sitting with your family, or the next day at the park, wherever you are, see all the conversations and all the energies that are happening around you as people throwing balls. Know and understand that you are also throwing a ball, and that you're not really directing those balls to anybody, but sometimes people catch them and they think it's for them. Same thing is what you do. Sometimes you catch other people's ball and you really think that was directed to you, but it wasn't. So try to go with the flow and try to avoid the balls that are maybe, passing, in your perspective, passing really close to you. That's one analogy, and that has to do with, when people maybe people are saying something like, oh, my daughter is the best one in college, and you thought that ball was for you because you didn't do well in college. So you felt that was inappropriate, or you felt that wasn't, a good thing to say. So that ball maybe wasn't for you, most likely wasn't for you. Actually, I assure you it wasn't for you, but we're always catching the balls that are not for us. Okay, that's our default mode, but we can do something about it. An analogy I have for you is, imagine that you are canoeing. You are in a canoe in the ocean and you're paddling and you're having a good time, and then all of a sudden you see somebody else coming in another canoe and it looks like it's about to hit yours, and it's really going right directly to where you are, and you're just making all the signs and you're saying, hey, the person is really not listening. It seems like it's not doing anything about it, and it just crashes onto your canoe, and you feel very agitated. You don't like it, you're sad, you're frustrated, all of those things. Now imagine that the same thing occurs, but the canoe is empty. There's nobody there. And the same thing happens. You all of a sudden see this canoe, it's coming to you, it seems like it's gonna crash yours, it's really crashing it, it destroys it, and what do you do? So here is a really good analogy, because this visualization helps when you are really blaming somebody in your head. This happens to me all the time, where I'm like, oh, why this person needs to be like this? If they weren't like that, it would be so easy, right? It would make so much sense. It's so obvious. But imagine that what this person is doing actually is happening through them, that they're not really the one to blame. They're here as a messenger to bring you this lesson, to bring you this practice. That if you could actually take your focus away from blaming the person, what would you do? What would you do with that anger? Would you really be angry? Okay, the next analogy, it's a really good one. It comes from the Curse in Miracles. And I love this one. This one is about realizing that the time we have in this dimension, it's a dream. Just consider it as a dream, as some experience that you're going to wake up one day from. Just consider that. Doesn't have to be that you believe it or not. Remember, these are just analogies that help. So when you're dreaming, right, when you go to bed every night and you have a dream and you come back, the dream seems so real in that moment. And sometimes a lot of us have bad dreams, nightmares, and we've woken up from the dream because it feels so real to the moment. Well, the same thing is happening in real life. All of these things that we manifest, all of this magnetic field that we touch and we leave, and all the reality that we're creating every day for ourselves seems so real, so real. But if it was a dream, just like in a dream, if you were to go to bed tonight and you had this dream where somebody comes into your house and steals everything you have, burns the whole house, and pretty much leaves you without nothing, and you wake up the next day in the morning and you will think about this dream and you say like, wow, that was a crazy dream. Now the question is, would you still call the police? Would you still keep going into you can make that feeling of anger? Would you still focus on that? Would you still focus on blaming and being attached, and would you take it that personal if you knew it was a dream? And so this is exactly how we could help each other, and we could help ourselves by just thinking about these analogies. So if somebody did something really bad to you, would you really focus yourself on getting back on them? And I know for most of you, a lot of the answer is going to be yes. But this is just an analogy for you to consider something different, because the yes is not really helping us anyways. So the way we are reacting at our emotions today, nowadays, it's not really helping. So it's time to do something different. And if you read the 4 agreements, you know one of those agreements is to not take things personal. And how we can get so much better by overcoming and agreeing with that. Because in reality, people do not really say things for you. And when it really seems like they're doing it, and it really seems that they're saying it for you and doing it for you or against you in this case, it's just the only way they know how to deal with things. They don't know a better way. We're all doing the best we can with what we know. And so keep that in mind and try to understand the suffering that they're coming from, so that you can understand your own suffering that you're coming from. So I hope this helps. Especially I hope this helps during dinner, during lunch, exactly what all those conversations happen during your holidays. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much for watching our episode of Be Better Thursdays. If you would like more inspiration plus exclusive invitations and free resources to become better every day, please find the email list link in the description below this video. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, or just like it. See you soon, and remember to be better every day.